Okay, so once again, welcome everybody to today's conference lesson. My name is Alastair and I will be presenting the lesson for today, which is here. It's all about informal versus formal English, navigating the codes. So we're going to be looking at informal and formal English today. Okay, well, let's have a look at the agenda for the presentation. Number 1. Greetings and introductions, formal versus informal. Number 2, everyday vocabulary, slang versus standard English. Number 3, social media language versus workplace communication. And lastly, number 4, small talk and networking, adjusting your language. So we do ask, please have a notebook and pen ready, as today we will see a lot of new expressions. So if you are able to make notes, that will be good for you. You are also, of course, able to take screenshots if you wish. And yes, as I said, the recording will be available on the Cercle de Langues website if you want to replay it at a later date. Let's start then with greetings and introductions, formal versus informal. So we've got a chat exercise straight away, everybody. And here it is. It's a question. Do you know any informal greetings? If you do, write them in the chat. Okay, well, we've got lots of greetings already. I've got hello, hello, hello. Okay, now, hello, it could be seen as a formal greeting. Can anyone think of an informal greeting? And write it in the chat for us. Let's have a look. Hi. Perfect. Yes, absolutely. So hi would be considered an informal greeting, an informal version of hello. Okay, so that's a good start straight away. Okay, now I can see I've got a couple of email addresses there. I'm just going to make a quick note of those before I lose them in the chat. And we will then continue. Okay. Great. So greetings are very important when it comes to starting a conversation. Formal greetings are usually used when you are speaking with your employer or someone of high authority. Examples include hello, good morning, nice to meet you. Okay, so formal greetings are usually used when you're speaking with your employer or someone of high authority. It could also be with someone that you don't know. And examples include hello, good morning, and nice to meet you. Informal greetings are usually used when speaking with friends or relatives. Examples include hello, hey, how's it going? How are ya? What's up? And hi, of course. Okay, so informal greetings are usually used when speaking with friends, relatives. And we've got some examples. Hello or hi, hey, how's it going? How are ya? What's up? So formal greetings arriving. Number 1, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Number 2, hello, so-and-so, how are you? Number 3, good day, sir. Good day, madam. These are very formal to use sir and madam in a greeting. Let's think about some informal greetings when arriving. Number 1, hi, hello. Number 2, how are you? Number 3, how are you doing? Number 4, what's up? Very informal.
Nous, j'écoute.
And the last one there, number 5. All right. Again, very, very informal. All right. Okay. Well, let's have a look at the next one. Here we go. Formal greetings arriving. Respond to a formal greeting with another formal greeting. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Smith. Hello, Miss Anderson. How are you today? Okay, so we can have a formal greeting responded to with another formal greeting. Example number 1. Good morning, Mr. Smith. Hello, Miss Anderson. How are you today? Informal greetings. It's important to note that the question, what's up, doesn't necessarily need a response. What's up? Not much. Or, I'm just watching TV. I'm just hanging out. I'm just cooking dinner, etc. How are you? How are you doing? Very well, thank you. And you? Fine. Great. Okay, so we've got some informal greetings there as well. Here we've got informal greetings after a long time. If you haven't seen a friend or family member for a long time, use one of these informal greetings to mark the occasion. Number 1, it's great to see you. Number 2, how have you been? And number 3, long time no see. So some good informal greetings to use after a long period of time. Let's hear those again. Number 1, it's great to see you. Number 2, how have you been? Number 3, long time no see. Okay. Formal greetings. Departing. Use these greetings when you say goodbye at the end of the day. These greetings are appropriate for work and other formal situations. Number 1, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Number 2, it was a pleasure seeing you. Number 3, goodbye. Number 4, good night. And note, we use good night to say goodbye after 8 p.m. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It was a pleasure seeing you. Goodbye. Good night. Good night is used after 8 p.m. to say goodbye. So, informal greetings. Departing. Okay, use these greetings when saying goodbye in an informal situation. Number 1, nice seeing you. Number 2, goodbye or bye. Number 3, see you later. Number 4, later. Very informal. It's a contraction of see you later, just the word later. So, nice seeing you. Goodbye or bye. See you later or later. So we're going to think now about everyday vocabulary, slang versus standard English. Slang plays a significant part in shaping how modern English grows and changes. Introducing fresh words and expressions, slang often steps in where formal language falls short, offering clever and concise ways to express feelings or ideas. For instance, hangry perfectly captures the mix of hungry and angry. So hangry is a slang term to capture the mix of hungry and angry in one word. Okay, so let's have a look at some slang. Excuse me. So expanding our vocabulary, slang can lead the charge in bringing new words into everyday language. Many words we use now, like cool or awesome, started out as slang. So we've got some slang, some standard English, and then context here. Okay, so the first one, slang. What's up? Okay, so this is how are you in slang form. It's an informal greeting. So further context, an example. What's up? How's it going? Okay. The next slang word there is gonna. And the standard English for this is going to. And its context is expressing future plans informally. I have an example as well. I'm gonna eat a pizza for dinner. I'm gonna eat a pizza for dinner. The next one, the slang word is wanna. And this is slang for the standard English want to. It's an informal expression of desire. Again, I have an example. I wanna watch TV tonight. I wanna watch TV tonight. The next slang word is cool. This means interesting or excellent. Its context is expressing approval or agreement. For example, your idea is cool. Your idea is cool. The next slang on our list is chill, which means to relax. So the context is suggesting someone relax informally, of course. For example, let's chill at home tonight. Let's chill at home tonight. The next slang word on our list is mate. Now, the standard English for mate is man or gentleman. We use this in context it's an informal way to address a male in the UK. For example, hello mate, are you ready to go? Hello mate, are you ready to go? The next slang is y'all, which is a contraction of you all. It's quite an American expression, and the context is an informal plural for addressing a group. Why don't you all come over and visit next week? Why don't you all come over and visit next week? It's a very American expression. And the last one on this slide is the slang word bummer. Okay, now the standard English is a disappointment, and the context is expressing mild regret informally. For example, it's a bummer we did not see you over Christmas. It's a bummer we did not see you over Christmas. Well, we have another screen of slang here, so let's continue and have a look at these words. So the next one is sweet. Now, the standard English is very good. If something is sweet, it is very good. And the context is used to confirm if something is very good. Okay, for example, your new car is sweet. Your new car is sweet. The next slang word is bounce. And the standard English, this means to leave. The context is often used as a suggestion. For example, let's bounce. It's time to go. Let's bounce. It's time to go. The next slang word here is busted. Now, the standard English for this is caught out. We use it when we catch out someone. For example, I busted my children eating sweets last night. I busted my children eating sweets last night. The next slang word here is chuffed. The standard English for this is very happy. Used when someone is very happy. Okay. I am chuffed to be here today. I am chuffed to be here today. Okay, well, we've actually missed one out. We have to go back one to broken, which means very tired. To express someone is very tired. I was broken after playing football earlier, for example. I was broken after playing football earlier. The next slang word here is dude. This is another slang word for man or gentleman. It's an informal way to address a male in the US. Okay, so hey dude, are you ready to bounce? Hey dude, are you ready to bounce? The next slang word here is minted, which means wealthy. So we use this slang to express that someone is wealthy. For example, professional footballers are usually minted. Professional footballers are usually minted. And the last one here is bell. The slang word is bell, and it's to phone call. So it's used in relation to phone calls. For example, give me a bell later when you finish work. Give me a bell later when you finish work. Okay, so lots of different examples of slang there. Let's continue and have a look at our next part of the lesson. So phrases that you might not realise are slang. Number 1, eat your veggies. Veggies are vegetables. Eat your veggies. Number 2, a piece of cake. This means that something is very easy. Number 3, break the ice. Start a conversation. Number 4, hit the road. Means to leave or start a journey. And lastly, hang out. To spend time together. Okay, so we've got a little test here. We want to test some formal English in this part of our lesson. Okay, we've got 3 sentences here. If you wish to participate, you may do in the chat, of course. So I'm going to read the sentence and give you the options that you can use to complete this. We want to use the right word that is formal, but that also makes sense to the sentence. So number 1, the meeting went well and the client thought our proposal was. Is it A, impressive? Is it B, okay? Or is it C, so-so? Number 2, she decided to with her friends after work. She decided to with her friends after work. Is it A, chill? Is it B, spend time? Or is it C, avoid? And lastly, number 3, he from the project at the last minute. He from the project at the last minute. Is it A, withdrew? Is it B, cancelled? Or is it C, arrived? Okay. Well, guys, I can see that some of you are getting involved, participating. Thank you very much. I'm glad you are. We've got some varying answers here. Now, we're going to have a look at the correct answers. Let's have a look. Here we go. Okay, so the first one, it is the word impressive. So the meeting went well and the client thought our proposal was impressive. Okay, so this is formal and it fits the sentence. If we use okay or so-so, these are informal. Okay, so we're looking for the formal words here. Number 2, she decided to spend time with her friends after work. Okay, chill. This is too informal. And we can't say she decided to avoid with. It doesn't make sense. So the correct answer is spend time. Lastly, number 3, he withdrew from the project at the last minute. He withdrew from the project at the last minute. We can't say he cancelled from the project. Doesn't make sense. Okay, well guys, thank you ever so much for your participation. It's always good fun to do a little chat exercise. We've got more to do for our lesson, so let's continue. But once again, thank you for your participation. Okay, so social media language versus workplace communication. So another little chat exercise for you guys to think about. Do you know any social media language? If you do, if you can think of something, write it in the chat. Okay, do you know any social media language? So when we connect to our socials, we can see a lot of language that is specific. Okay, Raymond's saying nope. Okay, well, good for you, Raymond. But there is some. We're going to have a look at it now. For example, these often come in the form of acronyms. Well, I was just about to write that myself. LOL, absolutely. Okay. And MDR. Okay, great. Yes. So we've got these acronyms that create social media language, but what do they mean? Let's find out. So much of modern slang evolves from social media. Some expressions explode into existence, spread rapidly, and die out just as fast. The overuse of the expression YOLO, you only live once, earned widespread disdain just months after its initial popularity. Okay, so that's a good example of a slang expression that became popular before it became unpopular. Okay, well, let's have a look at some other modern slang that's related to social media. So a lot of the online slang out there takes the form of acronyms to save time. Okay, yes, to save time messaging, of course. These acronyms usually represent normal words and phrases, but they can still be some of the hardest terms to understand if you're not sure which words the letters represent. Let's have a look. So BC/cause, meaning because. Example, I'm going to stay home today, BC. I'm not feeling great. Number 2, BRB, meaning be right back. Example, BRB, going to go grab a snack. Number 3, BTW, meaning by the way. Example, oh, BTW, are we hanging out on Saturday? Number 4, DM, meaning direct message, can be a noun or a verb. Example, don't post it on social media, just DM me about it. FYI, meaning for your information. Example, FYI, my car's in the shop this week, so I can't give you a ride. Okay. And then number 6, G to G or G to G, meaning got to go. Example, G to G, I'll talk to you later. So let's have a look at this little table. We've got social media language, first column, workplace communication, and then the context here. So social media language, LOL, laugh out loud. Okay, so workplace communication, that's amusing or funny. The context is responding to something humorous. Social media language, BRB, workplace communication, I will be right back. Informing someone of a brief absence. Social media language, THX or thanks, short for thank you, expressing gratitude. Can you send this? Can you please send this? So we use the letter U instead of the word you to request information or documents. Okay, FYI, for your information. Sharing relevant information. And the last one, let's catch up later. Let's schedule a meeting later. Proposing a follow-up or discussion. So let's move on to the last part of the lesson today, which is small talk and networking, adjusting your language. Small talk and networking require different levels of formality depending on the context. Understanding when to switch between casual and professional language can help build stronger connections. Excuse me. So the context here is at a social event. Small talk examples. Nice weather today, isn't it? Networking examples. What brings you to this event? Have you tried the snacks? Or what's your connection to the host? Excuse me. Let's have a look at some other contexts. So we've got the context, the small talk example, and then perhaps a more formal networking example. Okay, context. During a coffee break. Small talk. Did you watch the game last night? Now, a more formal networking example. What projects are you currently working on? Small talk example. This coffee is amazing. Networking examples. How long have you been with the company? Let's change the context now to before a meeting. So traffic was crazy this morning. Or I'm looking forward to hearing your insights today. Back to small talk. Did you have a good weekend? More formal networking. How does your team usually approach this type of project? Sometimes small talk and informal English is used in formal contexts to break the ice and create a comfortable atmosphere. Even in professional settings, casual conversation can help to build rapport and set the stage for more meaningful discussions. However, if you are unsure if it is appropriate with new acquaintances, then it is best to use formal English. Okay, guys, well, there we have it. That was our little conclusion to the lesson today. So it just remains for myself and everybody here at the Cercle de Langues team to thank you for your presence for today's conference lesson. It is time to say goodbye. So take care, everyone. Don't forget, this will be available on replay on the Cercle de Langues website very soon. And for me, I will say goodbye. I hope to see you all very soon too. Bye-bye.